We want to turn now to CBS News reporter Nicole Sganga on the phone with some new reporting. Nicole, what are you hearing?
Yeah, two law enforcement sources now telling CBS News that a long gun was recovered from the scene of the crash, an indication here that the suspect was perhaps using a firearm with a long barrel. And we should say that both FBI and local law enforcement are now working together to search that vehicle for additional weapons. Of course, earlier today, we learned that investigators found what appeared to be improvised explosive devices at the scene of the crash. They're still trying to determine, whether those devices were viable. And furthermore, if those devices are connected to this suspect, we reported earlier the suspect in the attack is dead. Multiple federal law enforcement sources telling CBS News and FBI confirming in a statement. We have not yet heard a name. At this point, law enforcement and FBI likely running forensic analysis, ensuring a positive identification of the suspect before releasing that name. And that will be part of a long and ongoing process to collect and gather as much information as they can regarding a motivation, as Scott mentioned, trying to determine if there might have been another suspect involved, if anyone else was coordinating with this attacker here. At this point, federal law enforcement have not ruled out the possibility of someone else who might be connected to this attack.
All right, Nicole Sganga, thank you so much for your reporting. Let's go back to Kati Weis, who is near the scene in New Orleans and has been there since the initial hours of this attack. Kati, when you're talking to people this morning in New Orleans, a lot of people are waking up to this news. We're talking about the new year, and people want to come to this new year with some optimism and with some hopefulness, and this is what they're waking up to. How are the people of New Orleans doing this morning?
Understandably, I think a lot of people are shocked, scared, concerned, frustrated, angry. It's a mixed bag of emotions, I think, for hundreds of people who witnessed this, who were there at that moment when this truck plowed through, a big crowd of people who were just trying to have a good time ringing in 2025. It was a totally unexpected experience for all of these folks. For me as well, I was there in the French Quarter when this happened and was speaking with people, witnesses who had seen this happen just moments after this incident took place. People were telling me that that they saw this truck plow through this crowd of people and they couldn't believe their eyes. One woman said as soon as the truck plowed through, the truck crashed into a barrier, a big metal barrier. She heard a loud boom and then shots. Quick, fast shots going off. We now know from law enforcement sources that there was a long gun recovered at the scene. That's brand new information at this hour. So we're still continuing to learn more information minute by minute, hour by hour. But for folks who were on the ground just after 3 a.m. when this happened, it is still a shock that is, I think, many people are still really coming to terms with how terrifying, bloody, scary, just downright awful for anyone to have to see after trying to start the new year off, with friends and family having a good time.
And Kati, quickly, I know this is your hometown. This is personal for you. You've been there all morning. You've seen the carnage up close. You've been talking to people there. How are you feeling about everything?
Well, I think, growing up on the Gulf Coast, people from Mobile, where I'm from, all the way here to New Orleans. I live here now. We all like to celebrate New Year's in the French Quarter. It's a special place. It's unlike any other area in the country, and it's something I think that a lot of people are going to come together today and try to just care for each other, make sure that we're checking in with one another and getting through this together.
All right, Kati Weis, thank you so much for your reporting and for staying out there all morning, keeping us updated.